Kia ora. I call Paul Foster Bill.
Mr. Speaker, sir, in following on and in some degree, I hope, refuting that display of political baboonery and bottom-bearing we've witnessed tonight, it must be election year, Mr O'Rourke, in that you are putting on your very best Donald Trump performance. I want to speak on these cognatically related bills, the Broadcasting Election Programs and Election Advertising Amendment Bill and Electoral Amendment Bill, by focusing on some of the substance of the bill rather than politicking over it. But first let me say I want to refute a point that the member made. I disagree that everything on television is rubbish. I think actually we're living in a golden age of televisual entertainment, and it may not be on the valve-powered, steam-operated set that the member has, but certainly I took the opportunity over the Christmas break to enjoy The Crown, the wonderful $100 million TV epic about our sovereign and her early life. And Mr O'Rourke's opinion on the media reminds me a little bit of some of those relict dowagers in The Crown, those last vestiges of the Victorian age, whereas actually I think very few people sit down and enjoy the opening and closing broadcasts on a free-to-air TV station like they might have done back in the 50s and 60s, enjoying those with popcorn and perhaps getting friends around to watch what the political parties are offering. I think the reality is most Kiwis are consuming their media in a very different way, and so this is very apt and appropriate legislation to modernise that part of the election advertising process. And I want to commend the Minister of Justice for the very sensible stance she's taken on this. Sir, the one particular aspect I want to touch on, and it will be a quick reflection because I've only just rejoined the Justice Committee last week, so I wasn't here through I wasn't on the committee through the hearings process, was the 10-metre buffer zone during advanced voting. Now, I won't name the party, but at the last election there was certainly in Wellington Central one party which was within 10 metres of an advanced voting booth. It was separated by a vertical separation. No, I won't name the party. There's no need to bring them into it. But needless to say, there was a green-hued sign immediately above, on a floor above a voting booth, and the ruling was that because it was 30 metres walk up some stairs to get around to the balcony to actually physically go to that election promotion site for that party, that it was sufficiently far away. And I think it's very important when this is being interpreted that should be 10 metres as the crow flies rather than 10 metres walk or ride from the site, because it's very important that we have clean, fair elections in this country. This is a very good set of bills and I commend them to the House.